And, you know, we haven't yet talked about the younger brother.
Yeah.
And I think he gets a bad rap. I don't know if you read that chapter, but I've never heard him preached right. I've only heard him preached as self-righteous. I've heard him preached as judgmental.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you put yourself in a family context, like you're the sibling.
Right. And you
knew what your brother and sister were doing.
Yeah.
You knew what they did at school. You knew what they did with their friends.
Right.
So if they were smoking cigarettes or pot or having sex, you knew.
Right.
And mom and dad didn't.
Right.
Right? And so siblings have a different relationship than mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And this is where a lot of Christian families get in trouble, because as soon as the prodigal comes home, they're like, oh, forgive your brother or sister and let's be a happy family, because the parents want to make this image whole again.
Right.
Right? And the kids...
It's like, I don't trust him.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't trust him yet. Give me some time to see if he's going to stop making you cry at night. Give me some time to see if dad's not going to be on his face crying for that girl again. Right. Give me some time to see him heal his relationship with you and be responsible around here and help out. Because I had to do double his work because he left and went with prostitutes and drinking. The older brother knew what the son was doing every day he was gone.
Right.
Okay, dad might not have known, but the older brother knew. And so let your children have time. Don't force them to forgive and forget. Say, you know what?
That's awesome.
It's okay. Take your time to trust them. If it's really genuine, trust God, it'll work out. Your siblings love that prodigal, but it might take some time to build trust.
We've had that happen. I've been there.
Yeah, and so you know, in the book I talk about that, because a lot of parents who are Christian, like, oh my gosh, your sister's, she's saved. That's great, Mom. Okay, but it's been 20 years. Okay, I've cleaned up her mess for 20 years. Let's just see if it sticks. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's very real.
It's very real.
And you know, we had a situation in my family, to where after I'd been married for 10 years, I have a sibling, and they continually made bad choices. And then, I was getting blamed, and they made accusations. And then they talked to my mother, and my mother called my wife and made accusations. And my wife she told my mother, my wife's good at setting boundaries, but she said, listen, he's my husband. I'm married to him. He's a good man. He's a good husband. And if you're going to talk that way about him, you can't call here. But my wife made that decision after we'd been married for 10 years. And she said, I'm telling you what's wrong with this person is she said, I've been married to you for 10 years. I've been watching this happen. They've never been born again. Right. They played the church game, but they've never been born again. And so let's watch this happen and see, if it's real, like you're saying. And it's very true. And I've talked to a lot of people that are in my situation, and I've had to set boundaries.
Absolutely.
Personally.
Oh, yeah, I did too. Totally. Because they call you up and you're prospering, so they're asking you for money.
Right.
Instead of the God who gives it to you.
Or they're saying, listen, we had a situation, my dad died when I was 17, right? And, I was very secure in my relationship with God. So, the Holy Spirit woke me up the day that my dad went home to be with Jesus. I was a senior in high school, and said, you stay home and be with your dad today. We had a really great day. It really ministered a lot of things to me. And then my dad died that evening. But, that wasn't that way for, my sister. And so she blamed God, I think, which you don't want to ever do. Never blame God. God is not the problem. He is the answer, period. But we've talked about this week. Don't blame God. Don't blame other people. But, in this process, and, now some... 40 years later, we're seeing, it looks like change happening. But my wife's like, we're going to watch and we're going to see if it's real. Right. We're going to see if the process is real, because we're not going to just go dive into the deep end and have this happen again. Right. And well,
here's the thing. As a parent of a prodigal, you're going through your own process, but you have a different relationship with your child. As a mom, you carry them in your womb. You have this unconditional love. Siblings are a little bit more conditional. Okay? Like, I don't owe you my life. I don't need to be in a relationship with you. And if you're decent, I will. And the thing is, the prodigal has been that person you've told your kids not to hang around. Okay? Don't hang around people who make bad choices. Right. Don't be friends with people like that. And they feel a double standard when you're saying, oh, do it for your brother. Okay? Now, if you let them have the time to heal, it will probably heal just fine. But don't put a lot of pressure, because the siblings have their own relationship, and it's different than your relationship. It is not unconditional love. Okay, you're like, oh, they should love him like Jesus. They don't. Okay, they measure, they have boundaries, they see if they're trustworthy, and if they are, they'll build a relationship. Okay, and you can't force that. So just let the siblings be the siblings, and you be the parent, and you be excited, and go kill the calf and do what you want to do to party about that, and that's awesome to celebrate the salvation moment. But did that brother pick up his hoe the next day? Did he help out on the farm? Did he stay home that weekend instead of going out and partying? That's what the siblings watch.
Right.